Hey guys, Generic Duelist here, coming at you with another deck profile. This time I have a GOAT format deck profile, which is pretty interesting. Um, Recently, my locals has been doing GOAT format duels, which is pretty fun. I've always wanted to play GOAT format, but no locals I've had before have ever really done it because either no one's really interested or there's just not enough people with GOAT decks. But my locals now has enough people to do a decent sized tournament for GOAT, so we've been doing GOAT formats recently. I haven't been able to do them though, as I did not have my own GOAT deck. So my good friend David is letting me borrow his GOAT deck to play in the next upcoming tournament. So I thought I'd do a deck profile on it, as it's not something a lot of people see nowadays. So starting off with the monsters, we got BLS, the Big Boss Monster guy. This is basically just a Chaos Beatdown GOAT format deck. Nothing special. Just a GOAT deck pretty much. Two Sorcerer, another sub-boss monster, I guess. Pretty much BLS with a smaller body. Air Knight Parshath for some more draw power and a bigger body on the board. Breaker for some spell trap removal. Blade Knight. Blade Knight's really good if you're later in the game and you don't have a whole lot of cards in hand. It becomes a 2000, and if it attacks a face down, and it's a flip monster, it doesn't get its flip effect. Warrior Lady for spot removal of bigger monsters. Zerion Universe because it's a pretty big bodied level 4 with a lot of defense, so if it gets Tsukiyomi'd or booked, you don't have to worry about it being destroyed pretty much. Tsukiyomi, really good for setting big face-up monsters. Two Mystic Tomatoes, this is a really good chump blocker, because if it's destroyed, you just summon another one of it, and then when that one's destroyed by battle, of course, you can go into Spirit Reaper, which, speaking of Spirit Reaper, there he is. Really good for getting rid of cards in your opponent's hands. Night Assailant, really good because it has the flip and pop effect, but also if it gets pitched off of like a Delinquent Duo or something, you can add a flip monster to your hand from your grave. Sangan, I don't know what to say about Sangan, it's in every GOAT deck. Cyberjar. Cyberjar, not a whole lot of people play because it's pretty RNG based. It can win you the game, or it can possibly just completely screw you over, depend on each player's pickup 5. Two Magician of Faith to add your good spells back. Sinister Serpent, this is a must. And one Merchant to get into your good spells and traps. And also give you some banish fodder for your Chaos Sorcerer or BLS. One Rhoda Searcher. Premature Burial to special summon something from the grave. Snatch Steal, the Super Saki card. Pot of Greed and Graceful. Probably the two best ban cards in this deck. So then we have Metamorphosis for using your GOAT tokens to go into Thousand Eyes, which is probably the best extra deck monster of the format. We only have one because not a whole lot of people around here have extra Metamorphoses laying around, and they're pretty expensive online. Delinquent Duo for pitching stuff in your opponent's hand. MST for the back row removal. Heavy Storm for more back row removal. I wish we had Heavy Storm in the current format, but still banned. Two Knock, good for, just removing your opponent's set monsters, and then you can always Book of Moon a big monster and then knock it on your turn. Speaking of Book of Moon, got 2 books. Then 3 Scapegoats, protects you from getting killed really quick, and gives you a Metamorphosis target. That's it for the spells. Going to the traps. Mirror Force, Torrential, Call, and Ring, all pretty standard GOAT format traps. Sakuretsu Armor is also a really good trap for this format, but we don't have any of those, so these we'll have to do. And then to the extra, we got our goat tokens, obviously. One Dark Paladin. You can Metamorphosis the BLS if you want the spell negation, and then 2 Thousand Eyes. I mean, you go into that, you suck up one of their monsters, they can't attack you. It's really good if you can just suck up their BLS. It's pretty much game at that point. Then onto the side deck. It's a pretty small extra because don't have any of the other higher level ones. To the side deck, another Blade Knight in case if you don't think you're seeing enough monsters. Card Destruction. David was main decking Card Destruction. I don't really see the point in that. I don't think it's that good, but maybe it will come up at some point. Solemn Judgment for just getting. It's good. It's really good when you're able to stop one of their big draw cards or any of their big effects. So that's it for the deck. Thanks for watching, and tell me what you guys think down in the comments.